Hi guys, welcome to State of Crypto, your one-stop for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin. This is episode 15. Coinbase acquires Xapo, Bakkt confirmed for launch, and China's crypto. Well, if you remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is all for entertainment and education purposes only. Please do your own research before you purchase or invest into any cryptocurrency or digital asset. Now, if you are catching this stream live, welcome. And if you are catching the replay and have any suggestions, please make sure you leave us a comment below. If you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us at our Discord. The link's in the description. Now, guys, some of you might not know the format of this stream. What we do is we cover news, we look at the main crypto data, then we cover news for Bitcoin, look at Bitcoin chart, news for Ethereum, look at Ethereum chart, news for Ripple chart, Litecoin, Binance the same, and if we have articles for other cryptos, we cover them at the end, right? So now let's jump onto the news. Now, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong stated on Twitter that basically like 12 months ago, whether institutions were going to be adopting crypto was an open question, right? And he's stating that, well, now we have an answer, seeing that they are investing $200 to $400 million a week on crypto. They're getting, that much money on crypto deposits from institutional investors. Now, these comments were made hours after Coinbase confirmed their acquisition of Xapo, which we're going to cover later on the stream. Now, this is very interesting that they're stating that there's players, right? If you look at the news, there's a lot of people saying that cryptocurrencies are basically hack, that they're not good. But the fact that one of the exchanges is coming out saying, look, there's institutional money flowing in, then that means that there's like players, big players, probably making moves on the crypto market. And yeah, maybe they want to drive the regular people out so they can fill their pockets, right? Now, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. We're back. Now, in other news, a couple days ago, if you remember, we reported regarding the Chinese, that the China government was going to come out with their own cryptocurrency. Now, this article today says that it's not going to be a crypto. It's basically going to be a state-issued digital currency. We know that some commercial institutions and corporations are jumping in, including Alibaba, Huawei, and Tencent. They're probably going to be involved in the process. And some of them have already agreed to be in the project, right? So individuals and entrepreneurs will be able to download a wallet for their phone and exchange their fiat yuan for basically digital currency so that they can make payments with them. And these all these transactions basically are going to be under the full control of the Chinese central bank. Now, this is not really news or something that's really new for Chinese users, because maybe being under central bank, yeah, but most of them use Alipay and WeChat as a form of payment, right? You can see in China that most stores have a WeChat QR code they have on the window or at the cashier register where you can pay, right? You basically, what you do is you load your fiat, you go and make a charge, or you upload some funds into your WeChat, and then when you pay, basically that's withdrawn, and the guy still has yuan that he can then use for other things, right? So it's not something that's really new for them, right? They're used to operating this way. Now, this cryptocurrency that they're coming out with is not going to be decentralized, and it's not going to be public, right? Basically, the creation of a cryptocurrency implies that the use of blockchain and the involvement of experienced organizations. Now, the Chinese central bank intends to use a private chain and operate on a fully controlled private nodes, right? So basically, they're going to control all the information. Apparently, the public sentiment has been negative, And as more of the details continue to emerge on this coin, as we stated back then, the government or the Chinese government wanted to have more control and surveillance over the operations. They said that with fiat, it was harder to track illegal activities. Now this will be giving them a more hands-on authority, and this currency they're coming out with is definitely not to give people financial freedom, right? Like other forms of crypto do. Like this will basically provide the Chinese government with a way to monitor transactions. Right now, it's being stated that way. Hey, Soka is cool. How's it going, man? Thanks for watching. Basically, that's how they're selling it right now. Now, imagine there's some sort of problem, right? And there's a shortage of certain goods. What's to stop them from blocking transactions so that you can only purchase a certain amount of that good once that problem happens, right? Or if a company speaks badly about the government, they can block transactions to the purchases of the items that are produced by that company. So it could happen, right? It's a bit dystopian and futuristic and very controllable, but you know, if they have control over the money and everyone gets paid with that digital currency and everyone has to buy it with that digital currency, what's stopping them? You know, you speak bad about the government, tomorrow your funds might disappear, right? Not just your funds, your whole family's funds can disappear. It's going to be a very controlled, they're going to have a lot of control over the people, right? They're just going to line them up and make sure they're all kept in line, and no one like makes any opinions or bad opinions about whatever they don't want out. So anyways, this other article also, this other article that some of you might want to keep in mind. Now, this article, if you remember a couple weeks ago, we covered an article saying that the IRS sent 10,000 letters for people who showed irregularities on their tax declaration, mainly with their crypto holdings. Now, this article came out stating that recipients of a new letter sent by the IRS need to act very quickly, right? They have to reply within 30 days of the date listed on their on the letter. Basically, what they have to do is report on all their transactions between the years 2013 and 17. Their reports must include transactions between their wallets and exchanges. Now, if you are one of the people that got these letters, please do go ahead. You don't want to be in bad terms with the IRS. Just pay what you need to and declare what you need to and have a happy life, right? Now, on to other news. This is pretty good news. Now, Kelly Loeffler, the CEO of Bakkt, announced that the platform will be making its debut on September 23rd of this year. The announcement was made after the platform received the green light from the U.S. Commodities Future Trading Commission. Now, on their blog, they stated that this is what they quote. What I'm going to quote: "Our contracts have already received the green light from the CFTC through the self-certification process, and user acceptance testing has begun. With the approval of the New York State Department of Financial Services to create Bakkt Trust Company, a qualified custodian, the Bakkt warehouse will custody Bitcoin for physically delivered futures. We are starting with the introduction of regulated and secure qualified custodian for Bitcoin to support our futures contracts. Bakkt Bitcoin futures will be exchange traded on the ICE Futures US and cleared on ICE Clear US, which are federally regulated by the CFTC." Now, there has been a lot of anticipation regarding this date for release of Bakkt. If I remember correctly, I think the first release date was set for November 2018, maybe earlier. But, you know, for the reasons that we'll know, it just kept on getting pushed back, right? They were not getting the approval. Now, I'm glad that the platform is going to launch, and it's going to launch on September 23rd, because basically it's going to lead to more adoption and more people hearing about cryptocurrency, and people that don't know or haven't had any experience with crypto will be able to get or hear about it, and more companies or more institutional investment is going to come into the crypto sphere, which in the end is good for everyone, right? More acceptance, more adoption, better for the ecosystem. Now on to market cap. This is yesterday's closing, August 16. This red, really long wicks, almost no body. Basically, we closed 263.42 billion down. So basically, we're down 0.11% from the prior day. Right now, total market cap is sitting at 264.9 billion, which is 0.57% up. Now on to Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance yesterday increased. It closed 0.64% up from an opening of 69.86, closing at 70.31, with Bitcoin still dominating right now at 70.37, which is 0.10% up from yesterday's closing. Again, guys, crypto, remember, it closed around 7 p.m. Central, so 8 p.m. Eastern. This is this candle we see right here. Right now, this is the candle, the new candle for the new date that just started 2 hours ago. Just keep that in mind whenever we say yesterday, right? On to Bitcoin news. It's this one here. No, this one here. Now, Coinbase bought the custody business of Xapo for $55 million. Now, the service of Xapo is known for storing Bitcoin in a vault under a Swiss mountain. And the acquisition follows an aggressive push from Coinbase to expand its custody service. And Xapo will hold on to the exchange business, so users will still be able to buy and sell Bitcoin on Xapo. And apparently, there were other firms that placed higher bids for the Xapo custody services. However, the bidders lacked the security or regulation credentials to be acceptable to Xapo's clients. Right now, Coinbase right now they're saying their average is adding 10 new custody customers a week and 200 million in new assets. Following the Xapo acquisition, Coinbase says it now has about over 150 clients for its custody business. This is interesting that they sold it. It's interesting that Coinbase is taking it, because with the Bakkt taking being on the futures market and having its custody service, Coinbase, I think, is trying to be up to par with that and have their own custody service as well. I think it's pretty good. I think it's going to bring more adoption or more security to the people that are on Coinbase, right? Whoever want to do this, and additionally, it brings an additional revenue stream to Coinbase, because basically, I'm pretty sure to have that custody service, you're going to have to pay something every month, right? A fee or something else to be able for them to keep custody of your monies. Now we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart real quick. Bitcoin still within the downtrend. Basically trading green right now. As we said, a reaction rally might be coming, and apparently we are getting it. We're going to look at another in another chart where I have basically the not with these equidistant channels. It's just going to look a bit different. I just have a main channel trace, so it's a little bit clearer. We're not going to have these resistances and supports we have traced. It's this one here. If you remember yesterday, we drew some fib retracements to see if we were retracing. We said this was the beginning of their common retrace zone, so the 382 going to the 618. Yesterday we touched it. We're rejected right there, right around this area. Now we're going back up. We were stayed up a little bit. The next candle brought us down, but we are going up to it again, and we are basically touching it right now, right? A little bit above it, not too much. On Bitcoin, I'm trying to see what we could chart or what we can play with, and what I'm getting is maybe, and this is maybe right now, some sort of upwards sloping triangle, which could bring us to higher prices. I mean, oscillators, there's not much right now on the oscillators. So we are basically on positive momentum, and we are very near 50 on the RSI, which would put us at neutral. I'm going to look at the 1 hour, going even deeper to try to see what's going on. And we can see, right, we have this low, higher low. We have this high, higher high, higher high. Basically, we could be in a small uptrend right now. We could still come back here, touch this bottom part of this triangle, and go back up again and try to make higher highs. However, that recovery rally kind of happened a little bit, and we're still trying to recover. But we have this B, right, like this bounce that we did here, and then another bounce, right? Let's see what happens with Bitcoin as it keeps developing. Right now, we're going to go look at Ethereum. Now, there were not many news regarding Ethereum. We only found this article, and it's just basically what it says on the title. Adoption for Ethereum and Bitcoin is growing in Colombia, and that's about it. So we are going to go ahead and jump onto the charts for Ethereum. Right now, Ethereum on the daily. Losing dominance. Yesterday, Ethereum lost 1.34% dominance. Right now, losing 0.41% dominance. I don't think we said the price of Bitcoin earlier. Price of Bitcoin right now sitting around 10,395. Now we're gonna go onto the Ethereum chart. Ethereum right now sitting at $185.19, or somewhere around there. Or, yeah, 185.19, depending on what chart you look at. We had this structure we had traced, broke out of it. We could try and make it new structure basically. We are still within this downsloping channel we had traced. I think yesterday we made that channel longer so we could look at it, and we see that we are trading within that channel, mainly trading sideways, right? If we wanted to do something like Bitcoin, we could go from here to here. It's a very short pattern, and from here to here, basically creating a upsloping triangle for the time being. If you can see here, we're not making a second higher high, it's a lower high and a higher high. So if we ignore this one and we just go from here to here, it would be more of a regular triangle, right? Not upsloping, not downsloping, but just a very neutral triangle. However, still within the downtrend. So I'm not gonna hope for this triangle to develop into anything. I'm just gonna wait for us to develop a little bit more of a pattern to where we can really understand where we're standing at. We are sitting low on the RSI, not in oversold territory, but sitting at around 36.25, and basically starting or positive momentum. Unknown how much more this positive momentum will go for. Let's look at the 1 hour, see if we can find anything else. Nothing too hot here. So here we're sitting at 53, and here we're sitting at 53.17, 53.87. Slight convergence here. This is 53.17, and it's going to 53.87. It's not really much. On momentum, it's very going to neutral right now on the 1 hour. I'm just gonna get rid of this and wait for more things to develop on Ethereum. Now we're gonna go on to Ripple news. Now guys, don't be reckless. You can get wrecked really bad on this market, like this following person did. At least he's being wrecked right now. Audio sounds low. Okay. Is it still sounding low? Sorry, Soka, I just saw your comment. Still low, huh? I'm not sure why the audio is sounding low. Everything's still plugged in as it was yesterday. Is it a little bit better now? I mean, I'm trying to shift things around here. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Is it still low? I haven't moved any configuration from yesterday until today, so can you confirm on the mic? All right. I'll have to look into it after the stream, I guess. How low is it? Is it uncomfortably low, or I mean, I could. One second. I'm gonna try to do something here with the mic, guys. One second. Basically, gonna bring it down and. All right, is this better now? Can you hear me better? Yeah, sounds better. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I have it much closer right now. It's a bit. I'm gonna have to play with this after the stream because right now it's a little bit uncomfortable the way it's set up. I'm gonna try to speak into the pop filter to not make much noise on the microphone. I'm gonna shift a little bit off to the side. Now, as I was saying, guys, be smart with your money. Don't get wrecked. This following guy did something really stupid. I wouldn't recommend it. Uh, this user in Twitter with the handle at XRP balls D33P or balls deep claimed last month that he was going all in on Ripple. Allegedly, he took out a loan which he could not afford to pay back, and he just bet it all on Ripple. At the time when he did that, the price of Ripple was around 40 cents. Right now, the price of Ripple is sitting at 26 cents. So he lost a lot of value on that. On August 14, he made another tweet which he said, to all who give a damn, I stupidly kept some money left over to buy cheaper when I got the loan. Glad I did now. I'm fully positioned for the Q4 blast off. Don't worry about the Phoenix. Some emojis and then some hashtags. Guys, be careful. Don't be reckless. Don't if be smart. Don't be doing stupid things. I mean, if you're gonna buy what you can afford. Don't get a loan to buy cryptos, and only buy what you're willing and comfortable losing on the crypto market. It's very volatile. You can lose a lot. You can get wrecked really bad, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Please do research, learn something, and start with little bits amounts of money. I mean, this guy right now, what he did is playing really bad. He's losing a lot of value, especially since he cannot repay the loan. He's probably waiting for some Hail Mary or the price of Ripple to go up to something about 0.40 or 46 cents, so he can like then sell his position and then basically maybe repay the loan. Be smart, guys. All right. On to the Bitcoin chart, or sorry, Ripple chart. Ripple dominance on the daily, sitting at very neutral. Right now it was 0.06. Right now is negative 0.02. It's just sitting at 4.25. Right, not doing much right now. Yesterday, dominance dropped by minus 0.94%. Now we're gonna look at Ripple chart. Ripple chart broke out of this structure we have traced in this downsloping channel. Now we are sitting here. Ripple right now is being really weird to map because of these two long wicks we have, which skew anything what we want to do with it. We're gonna look at the 4 hours so you guys can see what I mean, right? So if I wanted to make a triangle, I mean here I get 2 touch points, right? And it could be valid, but this it could just be weird, right? It gives a lot of noise. And from here to here we could trace another triangle. It's too short of a pattern. I would like for something else to develop so we can see it better. And Ripple, same thing that's happening with Ethereum, right? We're making this lower high than this high, right? And we're just bouncing sideways, right, basically. And this keeps on contracting, right? Something maybe a little bit more realistic would be here, and maybe yeah, here, something like that, probably. However, like I said, still too small of a pattern to see if it's gonna play out. Ripple sitting on oversold territory, slightly oversold, sitting below the 30 at 28.34, starting to make positive momentum on MACD. We're gonna go look at the hour right now. Cancel. 1 hour on the Ripple. See what I mean? See all these like very small sideways movements. See how the Bollinger Bands are contracting, and here they're basically just doing nothing, right? This is the last hour. This is this hour. They just keep on contracting. We should see an explosion of those Bollinger Bands pretty soon. I'm trying to figure out a sort of pattern that would point out whether or not this is going to go up or down. Like I said, this could go like this. And if we ignore this, this could be something like this, right? So we could still have some hours here to play with. Other than that, not really much to chart on XRP right now. Waiting for more pattern confirmation or pattern development to happen. Momentum on the 1 hour starting to go negative and sitting around on the 1 hour at 47 RSI, which puts it very neutral. Now we're gonna go on to Litecoin news. On Litecoin, I found this article and I couldn't really read it because the page wants me to become a member and pay $85 a month, but I have to pay a year in advance. Now, I really never go onto this website, so I'm not gonna look at the full article. However, I got the key parts from the article, and it basically is just stating that the Litecoin Foundation might be in trouble due to lack of donors. The Litecoin Foundation has been sustaining itself through a donation of $468,000 that was made in Litecoin by the founder, Charlie Lee. The donation was made in December 2017, and it makes for over 80% of the foundation's total donations since June 2017. Now, there's been a dying interest in Litecoin lately, and this has caused for merchandise sales to dip below the $300 for the first quarter of 2019, while the total donations have been under $1,000 a month. Now, as a result of this, the foundation has depleted 75% of its cryptocurrency reserves since the second quarter of 2018. And basically, they have to pay operating expenses with that, and it's just leaving them with a remaining like $96,400 for Q1. Where will Litecoin Foundation go once the money runs out? Guys, give us your thoughts on chat, on below in comments. You know, we want to know what you guys think. We can then say what we think, right? Now we're gonna go look at Litecoin, sorry, on the hour. Right now we're gonna go for the day on dominance. Litecoin, as the other alts, losing dominance. Oh, right now sitting slightly above. Right now, yesterday it lost 1.86% dominance. Right now sitting at 0.13. A couple of seconds ago was negative as well. So it's very neutral right now, same as Ripple. I mean, this day just started 2 hours ago, as we've been stating. And we're gonna go look real quick at the chart for Litecoin, right? Now we had this pattern traced here, which we can now extend probably. We are within this down sloping channel we traced previously. We're gonna go look at the 4 hours on the oscillators here right now, sitting very low on the RSI, sitting at 31.88, and basically on negative momentum, starting to make it neutral, and hopefully start creating more towards positive momentum on the 4 hours. Right, in the 4 hours we are starting to develop positive momentum. We are sitting at a little bit better on the RSI, sitting at 35, putting us on regular territory, a little bit sold but not oversold, and we can see that we are still within this major pattern. However, here we can try and trace something a little bit different. And this one is a little bit better than what... Oh, snap. That's not what I wanted. Here we go. We can trade this. We can trace this triangle upsloping right now on Litecoin. And this looks like a better triangle than it was looking at on XRP, right? So here we really do like the way the triangle is looking. Upsloping triangle, we have a chance of breaking to the upside because right now we're sitting really low on this channel, and with the positive momentum coming up and all this room to run up on the RSI, really gives us a feeling that the market or the price of Litecoin can go up. However, we are going to be very dependent on what Bitcoin does, as with all the other alts, right? Bitcoin being 70% of the market, whatever Bitcoin does, everyone else is going to follow. So now on to Binance. I have 3 articles on Binance. They're very short, and I'm going to go through them really quickly. First one, the hacker that had the KYC hack is stating that he's going to leak more information. He hasn't stated where or when. He just said on his Twitter that he's going to leak more information soon. So we're going to be on the watch out for that. Now, on other Binance news, apparently a hacker named with a Twitter handle at Lightning Netwo WO9 has hacked Binance Jersey Twitter account. He did not do anything bad. He's apparently he's a white hat hacker, and he just stated that he was secretly he was a security researcher, and he asked Changpeng Zhao to contact him directly. That's about it, right? That's all this article states here for this one. Nothing bad happening. Someone just wants to contact the guy, getting his attention. Now, this other article for Binance, right? Back in June, Binance announced that the exchange would be temporarily restricting services in the US as it worked to open a new division to operate with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network approval, which is what Binance Jersey is going to be doing. And now, yesterday, Changpeng Zhao stated that he expects this to open within a month or two, right? That Binance operations are going to be operating again within a month or two. So we're gonna go really quickly and look at Binance dominance. Binance on the daily. Negative yesterday, right? Lost whatever dominance we earned the day before, sitting at losing 1.91%. Right now, losing dominance as well, 0.21%. On to the Binance price. Binance on the daily. See, on the daily here we got good touch points, right? On this, making this valid. If we go on the 4 hours, there's an idea I'm playing with, and I'm gonna shift things a little bit because in the 4 hours, for some reason the lines don't appear to be touching as they do in the 1 hour. So if you see here, this is sitting really far out, right? So we're gonna bring this point here to where it touches here, and we're gonna bring this point here, and by doing that, touching here and here, here and here, we see that this down dip did touch that what was once resistance, now acting as support and making us bounce, right? On the daily, I'm gonna go back to it real quick. On the oscillator, starting to make negative momentum, and RSI sitting semi-neutral at 43. Sold a little bit, but not oversold. Nothing to worry about on the RSI. Let's go look at the daily and the 4 hours again. Right, the 4 hours, a lot of chop happening as with everyone else. And we can also see that we have this sort of triangle developing. If we go here, we are starting to make positive momentum. And we're also sitting very neutral on the RSI at 42.99. We're going to look at the 1 hour really quick. And as we can see, and same thing that's happening with Ripple, it's just basically moving sideways. Everyone's doing the same. Triangle looks a little bit better here, and we can see that the Bollinger Bands are tensing up, right? And we can see an explosion. This triangle, it's a little bit of upsloping triangle, and with the right now this is sitting very neutral. On the 1 hour, making very little negative momentum, sitting very neutral on the RSI at 52. We could go either way right now, right? Would expect a little bit more of a break to the upside, but that would just be hopeful interpretation, not really a technical analysis right now. I'm trying to see if I can make a sort of channel that could work. This could work, right? Yeah, sort of. Not really liking this channel here. Let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, we can see these triangles playing out because low, higher low, high, lower high, compacting us into that triangle structure. So I'm trying to see what we can be developing here. Upsloping. I want to look at the bigger picture, not focusing right on this part right now, but I guess right now that's what we can do, right? Say we're in a triangle, maybe a larger channel from here to here, and just one touch point on the top, getting that to here and seeing some resistance at the midline. This could be a better channel, putting us in a down sloping channel right now, and hopefully since we're below the midline, we're finding some sort of resistance there. We can see us breaking up higher. Now, guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Again, thanks for being here Friday afternoon, Friday night already for some of you. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, right? We really want to keep this channel growing, and if you have friends that might be interested in the information or want to be part of the community, we'll be more than welcome. Let them know we're here. All right, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Until tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, Soka. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna show you something though. I think you're the only guy that's online. I'm gonna put this real quick again. See, I'm having these little things come up. It's something I made today, but I forgot to activate them before the stream, and I think I'm just gonna leave them on. Right? There's just gonna be like little pictures that pop up in this corner. So I think that it's gonna be fun for the stream. Anyways, guys, that's all for today again. Thank you for watching.